So yeah, this is gonna be some Monster Hunter.
Under the
Yeah.
sea.
Yeah, there are fish that swim
Under
away
the
from you.
sea. Downwards,
It's so
better,
next gen.
downwards, cat can't take it from me.
But yeah, like, so something I should note about this game before we get started, because I'm gonna upload this in 2 parts, and I'm gonna upload both parts on the same day. The first part of this is going to be so dreadfully boring. Like,
Alright, because you're going to have to tell me everything about this game because I know absolutely nothing about this game besides the fact that there's dragons, also fish, and small foreign boys underwater.
that was actually a woman, but yeah.
Okay,
actually,
still
no,
look
there
like
was a small
boy.
foreign boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way. But yeah, this I felt I should just include the intro for
Circle of
posterity,
life.
so. This guy's a dick, by the way.
It looks beautiful. I want to make out
If
with
only
this
the
video.
game actually looked like this. Monster Hunter Online looks like this. It's pretty fucking beautiful.
Is that a character? That doesn't look like a
Yep.
character. That's small.
That's also a character with a crab, 2 crabs.
I want to be him. Can I be the castle?
You can absolutely be the castle, and I'm not even kidding.
Awesome.
There's armor that looks like that sandcastle.
Oh, these guys look like level 75. Are they doing a raid? Is this Crota?
Kind of. This is the thing I was telling you about earlier. The dragon with penises for arms and head, or rather T-Rex.
I love the way they run. They look like they're so
Also, to
professional.
the left, look at that dude's thong.
Oh, yeah. You can tell he's pro. Dude's not going
yeah,
for
he's
poise
so
set.
pro he's going naked. Like, to this day, I'm not sure if that's like a man or a woman wearing that thong. But yeah, that monster will give you the most OP gear in the game.
His hands, his penises, I want them.
Yeah, they have a lovely element.
Oh,
on them
that
called
fire
slime.
burst.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter 3
Ultimate. Yeah, this game has been the addiction for the past month and a half.
Omni Slash.
And I still haven't fought this fucker.
He looks majestic.
He is apparently one hell of a fun fight.
Is this us? Are we on a boat?
Yes, I cut out a lot of the menu stuff in between because we had to create our character and everything. And I think you'll be proud of who we made when we actually get to see him.
Ooh boy, I can't wait.
You can't do like Dark Souls Great Abominations.
Ah.
But there's one thing I want to note about this world. Everyone's wearing assless chaps. And like, we get a lot of Grundle shots.
That little boy looks like
Also-
he's having a fun time. Oh, there he goes.
That child's dead.
The circle of life, he's gone. Ignore him
Child's
diving
fucking
out.
dead.
He can't swim.
There's monsters in them hills. By hills, I mean water.
Nah, it's still hills. Hills on the water. Those are what waves are called, right? Did she just
Yes.
trade that big fish for that little fish? He is... Oh, wait, nope. Oh,
No,
he got
2
2.
fish.
Okay, good. Alright, it was an even trade.
Yeah, the economy's weird here. Also, I want to know why this chick's here. She's the guild
Damn, son.
sweetheart. She gives us quests.
He caught
I'm not
that
sure why
fish with
she's
his
here
hands.
if we're not yet. Oh, here comes the Grundle. Yeah,
What a
I
quaint
think the issue with this game's opening being extremely slow is the fact that all of the other Monster Hunter games started you right off the bat, and everyone's like, it's not accessible, or I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and it took a lot of, like, initial investment to understand what was
You
happening.
see, this will explain the entire story.
You pretend as though there is a story. This is Monster Hunter.
This is the story. Look at this story. He's sad that one bone isn't as big as the other bone.
But no, like, the thing is, though, is because it was so, like, inaccessible, they made an entire, like, opening tutorial segment that's non-skippable for, like, other players. And it wasn't even that helpful for me as a
Wow.
player, because I sort of skipped through it. Yeah, you
He
pay a
got
cat a
it
fish, you
good.
get everything he owns.
He got a good deal there. And this is when the earthquake happens and takes all their homes away.
Yeah, actually, yes. I love how, like, the chief over there not only is pretty much naked, but he's just, like, taking it in stride. Also, that man's thong is extremely tiny compared to everyone else's for no real reason.
I feel like they're looking at us.
They are. For now, we are actually entering the gameplay, finally.
We're born.
I have made Space Dandy.
Space Dandy.
A dandy guy in space. I realized that there was a pompadour, and I just couldn't pass it up.
Is that your shield
So-
on your arm?
Yes.
Looks like a cooking pot.
It kind of is. It kind of is. There's a lot of different weapon types in the game that I'm going to display in the next video, but
Quick question.
for the time, yes.
Are we smoking?
No, that's the chief.
Okay, good. I wasn't about
As
to
far
have
as
that.
I know, he's actually smoking weed like 80% of the time because it helps him calm down.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty calm when you're fighting monsters. Also, that chick really doesn't look like she belongs here at all.
Left or right?
Left.
Yeah, no, that's the guild sweetheart. She's from a different land.
Where's her thong? And ass is chaps.
I know, but you see that kid in the left? I still don't understand their, like, outfits. It's weird. Like, they even gave him a bulge. I'm not okay with that. I almost blurted out to be funny, but...
You just make
just
him a
uncomfortable.
mosaic blur.
just like a little black bar. I thought about doing that every time the chief stands up, too, I'll be honest.
Gotta censor the whole game. I can't offend the nation.
But no, so this game was originally a PSP game that got ported to the Wii, that got ported to the 3DS, that then got ported to the Wii U.
Whoa, we're
So
getting paid
a lot
already?
of the textures... What?
We're getting paid already?
Yeah, that's our startup pay.
Dang.
No, so the thing about it is, because of that, there's a lot of muddy textures. Like, if you look at the right, at the little guy with the hammer, look at how grody his arm looks, and how flat the hammer is.
Yeah, there is no texture to that hammer. It doesn't exist in this world. That's why it's so powerful.
So I sort of was like, I'll leave this dialogue in case people want to read it, but really it's just like, I'm the blacksmith, I'll smith your black things. And the chief's like, well, it's earthquakes, gotta kill a bitch. And then this is the guild sweetheart.
Why's he gotta be a
You'll
smith?
grow to hate her voice. Essentially, she just gives you quests. And is kind of a jackass to you the entire time. That naked child serves no purpose, he's just sort of there.
I like to imagine that he's our child.
Oh, I wish.
He's a disappointment, that's why we don't acknowledge him.
We actually get children at some point in the game.
Aw, yeah. I bet
and
he'll
you
feel
legit
bad.
have to hit them to make them stop being shits to each other.
I'll be sure to wrench him, make him upgrade to level 3.
That's pretty much how it goes. So, inside here
Look,
is
a
our
furry.
house. We have a cat that puts up decorations, but I didn't want to fuck with him. I just wanted to show off that we start off with a lot of different weapons. This is also part of the accessibility thing I was talking about, because way back when you had one
Iron
set and then you had to
gunlets.
buy the rest.
Hammer time.
Yep, I decided to use... I was like, I'm going to use the hammer. I've never used the hammer. The hammer sounds fun.
I feel like you could hammer some things with that hammer.
So the
Can
kid's just
you
like...
but I'm not telling. It's an army. Okay, Porky
Yeah,
Pig.
no, you really don't have to give a shit about anything they're saying right now. He's literally just like...
He already
just
thinks
going
we're
to
nice.
your woods. Yep, we're not dickbags. Yeah, like, this is what I mean, though. Every last bit of plot is given to you in small dialogue boxes on the bottom left-hand side.
Just for those that can't hear, or understand.
It's a lot more... Okay, I forget what I was showing here. Oh, yeah, no, I remember. I didn't cut this out because I wanted to explain what was happening. So on the Wii U gamepad, you actually have, like, your health and everything, and I forgot that I had set that there, so I was like, I need to put that up so people can see what's up. But I absolutely forgot to include every other important HUD element through the entire video, so people are going to be extremely disoriented on where things are in relation to other things.
Listen, that's perfectly fine. People want to see people getting their heads chopped off and giant armor and dragons. Yeah.
So the chief just then said, don't run too much or you'll get tired, so that gets displayed later. But you can see the yellow bar going
It's kind of funny that we've just been born, we already have a child, and our stamina bar is that big. Obviously, you can tell that we can put out. And
That is
you
the
are
minimum
charged
size
on.
for your
Oh
stamina
my
bar.
god!
Yep. I was getting used to the hammer's attack, so that's one of your charge
Okay, Mario.
moves. I was sort of learning it as we go through this video, so you'll actually see proper hammer strats in the next video when we actually fight
I love
a
how
giant monster.
Swinging that hammer took 0 stamina at certain times.
Oh, trust me, your stamina will
Hey.
deplete just naturally as you're fighting.
Alright, so monsters. These are dinosaurs. This is why they're extinct. Go fight them. Alright.
Yeah, essentially it was just more like, this is how you swing your hammer.
Man, that was a nice swing.
I wanted to get a twofer here.
Oh my god! The gore! You just tore his butthole out.
Yeah, pretty much.
And got spanked.
And then he hit me with the butthole.
Going after the children first?
Yes.
I want the
The
parents
children
to
run
watch.
faster.
Headshot. Oh god! He's
Welcome to the
writhing.
essential
Oh,
food
he's
drug.
writhing. Oh, that's so graphic. I like it. Show me more. And now you're
I know,
carving
right?
its children's meat out. The father ran
Yep.
away.
Yeah, it totally did. It's an herbivore, so it'll naturally run away the second one of them dies. So it's really important to get all of them at once so you can just devour all their meat.
I love how you disintegrated the body so no one can tell what you did.
Exactly. I mean, No crime, no evidence, no foul.
And a magical boat.
So this is our camp. Due to the recent earthquakes, it got sort of fucked by rubble. And this is Junior, the chief's son. So essentially, without a proper camp, we can't be a proper hunter. We're not allowed to live in normal society,
So now we
apparently.
gotta rebuild it.
Yes, we do.
Well, you got a hammer. You sneak it up on him. You gonna sneak up and give him a stealth kiss?
Assless chap still. I just always forget that. So yeah. Essentially, the way it works is... He just is like, by the way, your camp is fucked, and I'm here to make it so your camp is defucked.
So you gotta give him stuff, right?
Kind of. It's a lot more generic than that. You need to give him quote-unquote resource points, which you'll see in a little bit.
Resource points. Sounds like Bitcoin. I don't like it. I don't trust it.
You get them for killing monsters.
Alright.
Or rather, smaller monsters. Oh, pretty much just kill to get points. Can't kill the villagers, though. That subtracts.
Wow, I'm reading his dialogue. He does not sound like the brightest and or sharpest bulb in the cabinet.
He's not. He's really
Be
not.
hungry. Food make belly big. Go back camp.
Must cook food. So then he's like, just go back to camp. I mean, go back to the village. So now we have to walk all the way back to the village.
And by walking,
Thankfully-
sprint.
Yeah, pretty much. So essentially, the chief is just like, go back to Area 1, which you guys don't know where it is because I fucking took out the map by accident. So I realized
good.
that I wanted more meat.
Of course, you always want more meat. Windmill! Oh my god, you ruined his day and his life. The family is disappointed. You killed Dad.
And now I get to kill the angsty teenager.
The way they writhe
So-
on the ground just makes them look so tasty.
So the hammer has a lot of offensive abilities, but it has nothing in terms of defense.
I figure.
So, well, I can spin like a goddamn windmill and slam it onto the ground like some sort of Hulk incarnate. I can't really
Block.
evade or block.
Dodge! You can't do it.
So it becomes a game of timing your hits properly, which I really
Welcome
did
to
not
Dark
learn for a
Souls.
little while. So right here, I sort of... Did I demonstrate it here or
Are you running
not?
a stamina?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, okay, I did. Okay, so essentially what happens is as your stamina bar goes down, you will slowly begin to go not as
Yeah, you're
fast.
starting to do like a lighter run.
So
Now
the
you're
second
like,
it gets
"Oh,
to a
God."
certain point, you start to like flop about. And if your stamina bar runs out and you stop dying,
Oh wow,
You have
your
to take
stamina
a breather.
recharges fast, man.
only when you have to stop and take a breather. But if you don't, it takes a little bit of takes maybe a second to fully recharge. Yeah, see?
I see.
It's not as fast. So then I went into the farm to show off what it is. The chief is like, come back to town, and I'm like, no, Dad. So we went in here.
I love how he
And
just
this is-
flexed his muscles. He's like, mission accomplished. Oh, is that a pig wearing a diaper?
Yes, it is. So welcome to the farm. This is Poogle. You get the name the Poogle. I took a little while to name him,
Ringo, Keller.
but if I remember correctly, I
Gomez.
named him Moo.
I'd go with Gomez.
Just all of these names are great. Oh, Gomez. Huh. I guess I forgot. But here's the thing. You can actually snuggle the pig.
And change his costume out of the diaper. Can you give him a bigger diaper, one that covers his whole body? Roll around.
No, but mine in my main file is dressed like it's like a little tiny angel.
Oh man, he
The
mad,
pig
too.
doesn't like being cuddled and will run off to become bacon.
Whoa. All right. Well, that's the last we saw that character. Bacon time.
So, essentially, what this farm is
that Yoda?
is a little bit. You bring like herbs and mushrooms and shit to this farm, and they'll grow more out of the first one for you. So you can essentially have endless potions to
All
a
right.
certain degree.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Get some shrooms. All right.
Yep. Well, like the thing is there's a crafting system which we'll see. That's literally just like combine like mushrooms and herbs and get like
Hallucinogenic
potions.
drugs.
Yeah, kinda. Like, everyone's like, oh, we can't go out there because we're not a hunter, but you're a hunter. And I swear to God, being a hunter involves two things. Being able to lift heavy weaponry, and being able to drink a lot of fucking potions and shit.
yeah.
Without getting absolutely, like, batshit sick.
Absolutely Millard. Thanks for the meat. I get woozy.
Yeah, he needs food.
Needs
Like,
food
sometimes he'll
bad.
put in requests and be like, can you just bring me some food at some point?
That black
Yeah,
hammer
this
over
is-
there is jerking his hammer off.
Yep. This is essentially this speech of what resources are, just get more points by killing more
Dude,
things
he's getting
and
a
get to more
workout.
things. Yeah, that's the tiny little blacksmith. He is really good. The girl next to him is really shitty up there. She sells the same things to a certain degree and then just stops. She doesn't sell anything after that. So hunt reports are essentially the thing. Now you see how I have 5,000 fucking points?
5,000.
First time I played, it didn't do that. The first time I played, I had to grind up those 30 resource points by killing jaggies and shit.
What's a
But for
jaggy?
someone, you'll see it.
Alright.
It's a tiny dinosaur. But the thing is because of the fact that I had those 5,000 points, it made this entire opening super easy.
I like that stamp though. I want that.
Yeah, I actually have a vector of that if you want me to pass that to you.
I'll take that. I'll put it on
I had to
everything.
recreate a lot of HUD elements because a lot of this game's text is kind of shitty. So now the little man wants us to go out and get a thing for him. He wants us to go and get him some iron ore.
Sounds like
But
sounds pretty tough.
Yeah. I really should have skipped all this dialogue, I'll be honest. I'm sort of sitting here just like, someone's going to want to read it, but I certainly don't.
Don't worry, I'm
that's
reading
the
it. I'm actually reading his mind. You can also read his lips. Look at those lips. You can definitely tell what he's saying.
Yeah, so essentially he just wants iron ore to upgrade and make us more shit. Yeah, like, I hate these tiny text boxes so much. Just with an undying passion.
For those of you who have never played a video game before, here's how you do it. You get stuff done. Oh my god, can you kill that? Oh my god!
Yes.
Look how dainty it is! It looks adorable! It must have the most delicious meat.
You can never kill them, actually.
Aw. What are you
I'm dancing.
What are
with it.
you doing? Are you asking for it? Oh god!
Yeah, I'm trying to get fucked by a deer. But no, what I was actually trying to display is you have gestures in this game to communicate with other hunters. However, some
This is a
have
hunter.
special effects. Like
Oh.
the shadow boxing one allows you to punch deer.
You're beating him up. He can't handle it. He's leaving. He left the ring.
But shadow boxing is super funny because you can actually get a perk that makes it so shadow boxing does damage.
Nice. Go shadow box like a giant, like, huge... Wait, you got points for that? Is it dead?
Yep.
It's unconscious. Oh god! Oh, you got a torn.
And then you rip off its horns and set it back in the wild.
Oh, okay. You hit it with a giant hammer the size of your torso, and then you just take off its horn. You're like, you could ask.
Yeah, that's exactly how it has to happen. So now we have to go to a little cave
You got a pickaxe,
to get
right?
stuff. Yeah, essentially, this is just like gather resources tutorial.
Pretty sure you can
That's
use
what
a hammer.
Okay, so these are cats. I always forget their actual name, but these ones are neat. These ones aren't going to fuck with you.
Not gonna steal your weapon?
They won't do anything to you. They're pretty harmless unless you start attacking them.
Shadow box him. Oh yeah, I forgot.
So
there's a
welcome
cat
to the spook cave. In this little corner down here, we have a cat village. Now I don't know why the black cats are here because they normally aren't during a mission.
What do the black cats
But
do?
those black ones, in any normal circumstance, will steal your items and put them by that cat statue in the background.
Why do they gotta be cats?
It's kind of weird, because if you carry around a certain herb, they'll steal it because, and I quote, it's some sort of drug to their species.
Sounds like the nip of cats.
It probably is. It's called, like, Feldine or something. I stockpiled it off camera. So this thing right here is a Gigi.
Looks like
or
a
Gigi.
leech. Oh!
It is a giant leech.
God, you
But it
ruined its day.
it evolves into the biggest fucktard of a monster that ever existed.
Wait, can they evolve like here?
No, thank God, no.
That would be interesting. Level 1, fight a boss.
There's not enough space. When we get to that monster that those grow into, I will show you. I will point out the hell on earth that is its, like, adult form.
Okay, good.
Because it's one of those creatures that doesn't need a mate to reproduce, it just shits out eggs.
Gross.
And it does it the entire fight.
Quick question. You have
Yes.
a dagger, or a meat cleaver, or a carving knife in the upper left-hand corner behind your, below your stamina. Why is it glowing, and what does it represent?
That is your sharpness. Some monsters have armor.
You're wielding
That
a
made
hammer.
sense.
Worry about that sharpness.
Well, we have spikes on it, but no. So, if your sharpness is too low, you won't be able to puncture that armor. So it's sort of a representation of how good your thing is.
So glowing is good.
Okay, well, mostly the color. The glowing is just to indicate it. So from best to worst, it goes white, purple, blue, green, yellow, red, and then dark red. And once you hit dark red, you aren't even killing, like, one of those little Kelby deer things that we were hitting up earlier.
Wow. There's a lot of levels of sharpness. And
yeah, you don't really see much of them until the end game, I'll be honest. You stay at green for most of the game.
And there are ways to improve your sharpness.
Yes, there are. It's mostly through upgrading and through certain badges and gems that'll help you increase your stamina. I didn't fuck around with a lot of that this round because I didn't really want to deal with it. So, essentially, villagers will put in sort of requests to be like, hey, I need this for this, can you get this? And if you do it, it in some way benefits you. So those two that we just saw are of no importance for the time being.
Just to teach you how to do stuff.
No, not even. Those are from my other save file. They're here for some reason.
Also, I love your storage options. You have like a little knapsack that looks like it holds a laptop on your back, and like a tiny little notebook holder on your left butt cheek.
Yeah, this is actually leather armor. It's really good for gathering stuff. It speeds up the animations, but it's absolute shit for defense. Okay, so this is also the chief going like, go and hunt some fish.
So you're just gonna run out there and smack fish with your hammer? Oh no, you got a harpoon.
No, we still smack him with the hammer. Right. And now, now we get to hear Junior's amazing advice for swimming.
Oh boy,
wanna know what it really is?
Lesson. Please let me
His swimming lesson is quite literally, don't drown. So,
well,
like,
I mean, you know, with his high level of intelligence, you can obviously expect advice like that.
So the farm sort of repaired itself and got one of its cat friends back. And he can farm for me with these little 2D sprites of butterflies.
Boy, the quality of those mushrooms.
Yeah, again, it was on a PSP originally, so I can't really give it too much credit for being beautiful. They upped the texture quality on some of the monsters, though, so that I can appreciate. Yeah, the felines are the name of the species, and they're spelled really shittily. It's like Felines.
Yeah, it's Capcom. They gotta make up their own species that already exist.
Much. I like to think this guy's a turtle, because he doesn't look like a cat.
Nah, he doesn't look like a cat at all. He looks like a Yoda.
He really does. So, essentially, he's just explaining how to farm, which is literally just give us a thing and we'll make it happen.
So if you bring him a red mushroom and a green mushroom and you mix those together, you can get full health, right?
Kind of. So, you can also name your cats.
Awesome. I'm curious to what you would name this cat.
This guy right here gives a little thing about not using pesticides on crops. Not sure why, it felt weird and out of place, but
Peru.
Either way.
Cat puns.
Yep, they all speak in cat puns. So, essentially, they just want you to upgrade stuff.
Fancy changing my name.
Yep, now
there's just a full-grown adult cat person comes up to you. You want to change my name, Daddy?
The cats are naturally curious. They normally live in like packs in the wild, but some have tried to integrate into society. You can name him Spinach, which I thought was funny, but I had to choose the classic name.
Pepe.
Pepe.
He beat the cat. All right. He looks like he enjoyed it. He sat down to revel in the name.
Yeah, you can take that pig with you anywhere. So, now essentially he's just like, go and kill fish. They're called mullids, and they're essentially just sunfish, and yeah. There's nothing really too important to note here.
Or BBQ split, whetstone, sushi fish, fishing harpoon.
So, this is just sort of, yeah, checking my inventory. Normally that's persistent on the screen, but again I had it on the gamepad for some unknown reason. And I skipped forward to where we got here because I didn't want to show you walking all the way there. Again, as I said, the intro to this game is fucking dull until you hit the first, like, massive monster.
Be careful, those fish look dangerous, by the way.
Oh, they're the worst. They don't even attack. Yeah. They're the most dangerous things. They just plot and make you feel guilty.
Also, your stamina bar feels like it has increased.
It has, because I did a thing off camera. You can cook meat and it increases your stamina.
Just the sheer cooking of it, right?
Well, you gotta eat it.
Whoa.
I display that soon, I think.
That's so meta.
Yep. Yeah, I also took a shortcut here, which is why I fell in from the sky. But essentially, yeah, he just wants us to beat the crap out of these fish.
Did you just use a harpoon?
Yes, I was sort of getting the feel for it, because it's been a while.
Shove it up the butt.
I never do fishing. At all.
He's not even dead, and he's congratulating you.
I love the look on this thing's face. It looks so confused all the time. Like, it looks like one of those weird, like, stank fish from the ocean. You know the weird ones that have, like, the noses, the blobfish? Yeah.
Wait. That blue bar on the left side of the screen is your oxygen?
Yep.
Your lungs are enormous. Do they have black holes in them?
You can actually stay underwater for 5 minutes in any given sprint.
Big fan. Return to village. Teleportation.
Yeah, they finally unlocked that option to just go back to town, and it really makes the game speed up quite a bit. Not enough, though, to make this entire intro interesting in the slightest.
Nah, man, we got Yoda, we got Blacksmith Guy, we got Woman Who Does Nothing, there was the chick in the red dress who looked interesting, she didn't do anything, though. We got cat people.
She'll give us quests eventually.
There's tons of furries everywhere.
Yeah, this game is made for furries.
And this representation of the highest of human intellect.
I love Junior. Junior's a nice guy. And you don't really have to interact with him all that much.
He loves that.
I almost blurred that screen out too, since it's a slight spoiler, but eh. So yeah, essentially everyone's like, wow, you can swim.
That's
good
rare.
for you.
Because that child who fell in the water earlier died. It was terrible. There was a funeral off scene. We didn't see it.
Yeah, I got that part out. The funeral was really boring. You had to hit X to pay respects, and it just, didn't really represent the series. So he gave us a little bit more money to be like, now you have to actually start working. So this is the fishmongeress. She doesn't really do much.
She sells all the fish.
She's great if you're a gunner, and if not else, yeah. So now the guild sweetheart will actually do something. She will start giving us quests, because the guild has finally gotten in contact with her, since everyone's part of a giant hunters guild. There's no competition either. It's just us.
I think her armor is stiff.
Yeah, it really is. She stays like that consistently. So essentially, the way a quest works is you take the quest, you can't go anywhere besides to the quest after taking it, but if you talk to her, you can cancel out of it. I cut ahead because there was a lot of grind. Yeah, I cut ahead because there was a lot of grind.
That chief teleported.
Yes, he did.
Also, he enjoys sitting next to her. Yeah, she's his favorite.
But yeah, so essentially, now we just have to go out and get some monster guts.
That was the first English I have heard. She said hi.
Yeah, no, this game is English as fuck.
Time limit, 50 minutes. You have 50 minutes to do this.
Yep. So you get a little box, and it gives you, like, guild supplies.
Wait, so these supplies are always yours, right?
Some will get sent back, but most don't.
Okay.
So now this is a shortcut to get to the beach quicker. Not a lot of people know about this, I found. Just dive off the dock and swim into this hole.
Oh, yeah. This hole's pretty big. Could he accommodate?
I had made it pretty far in the multiplayer.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and there's the black cats. We'll learn about them later. Or I'll preemptively strike.
Oh my god. Oh my god! You got stuff stolen.
Yep, he stole the kitty crack. And he gets away with it too. Like this is the first of many cats to actually get away with it.
Oh dang. He gotcha, Felvine. What does Felvine do? Besides
it makes it so they don't steal your other items.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of like it's like theft protection. So I think this is the quest to get monster guts.
Did you just equip a paintball?
Yes.
Oh, like you hit them and
why.
they leave a trail.
Paintballs make it so you can track monsters on your map. I figured if any of these little shits tried to run, I'd be able to get back at them.
You throw a paintball underwater, just tracks them.
You can actually. So, this is an Epinotch. It's a super nice little thing. I feel bad killing them because they're really cute. They also take a lot, and yeah, they take a lot and will break a lot of your shit.
He also does. He looks like he doesn't care about you trying to kill him.
No, he really doesn't. All the herbivores in this game are super chill. Except for the rhinoceroses. Fuck them. Yeah, the fishing harpoon mechanic never made a lot of sense to me. Yeah, you see that little, like, ka-ching noise that happens every time I get a headshot with this thing? That's actually dealing a special kind of damage, which we'll see more in depth in the next video. Or rather, the back half of this one. Essentially, it's called knockout damage, and it has a high chance of stunning monsters if you rack up enough of it.
You got monster guts out of his neck, and your stuff's full.
Yep. I'd been hunting a lot.
I mean, you gotta pay those bills. You gotta pay those 100 bills.
Well, actually, yeah, because every quest costs a certain amount of money. We've also upgraded this hammer a few times, but again, that's like off-camera inventory management that I really didn't feel like needed to be shown.
Seems legit. No one wants to watch you make your weapons more badass.
Like, that's also why I cut out a lot of the initial quests. Because, yeah, there was literally like, collect 3 mushrooms. Yeah!
2 swimming
like,
dinosaurs, you know what they're gonna do. That's right, die.
Meet Laggy.
Lagiacrus.
Lagiacrus. He's a dick, and this is what's been causing the earthquakes for the village.
He looks dangerous.
Oh, he's the fucking worst.